Hi, Rachel. Thanks for coming and meeting with me today. What would you like to talk about today?
Oh, okay, so today at work, one of my duties is to get this girl off the bus and make sure she doesn't get into any fights on her way to homeroom. That's all that I was told to do by the principal. So I'm not there to babysit her. I'm not there to hold her hand. I'm not there to tell her to use the bathroom. And my coworker, for some reason, who thinks she's the boss of me when she is my equal, is did you tell her to go to the bathroom? Can you make sure she does? And from an adult standpoint, we're trying to teach, these are 7th and 8th graders. We're trying to push them to be more independent. And this woman wants me to literally be this girl's mom. And it's really making me mad. And this isn't the first time she's tried to micromanage me. So it's just whenever that happens, I get so frustrated and shut down and don't interact with her at all.
So it definitely sounds like you have a lot of emotion behind the story that you're telling me.
Yes.
And you mentioned that this person is an equal, and it sounds like you kind of feel like you know what you're doing.
Yeah, I mean that's exactly right. It's just frustrating to me because I think because I'm so young, all my coworkers who are middle-aged women look at me who's this girl coming in? And I'm literally I'm trying to get my master's and working with I guess I should clarify, I work with students with autism and those with intellectual disabilities. So and my undergrad is in rehabilitation and human services, working with people with disabilities, and so I kind of know what I'm doing, but just because of my age, I feel everybody in the school just looks at me like I'm some inexperienced person. So I take it really personally whenever they try to micromanage everything I do.
So when I guess this particular event, because it sounds like it happens kind of a lot,
Yeah,
more than once.
Yeah, and my issue is who am I to tell somebody to go to the bathroom? Go pee.
You feel that they're
if you don't have to, if you don't have to go, you don't have to go.
When your coworker does this kind of micromanaging, as you had put it, what does she say, or how does she approach you?
Hey, can you make sure she goes to the bathroom? And I'm
so is it the tone of voice?
Yeah, and it's why aren't you already doing this? And I'm because I'm not her mother, and she's not 6 years old.
So you feel like you kind of have a handle on the situation, and she's being a bit
yes
condescending.
Yeah, I've been doing this new job for a month, and she's not even a student that's in my classroom, kind of doing it as a favor to this woman who is my equal and has no job in the morning. She just kind of gets in there and sits in a room until all the students get there. So she's perfectly capable of doing it, but doesn't.
So I'm kind of hearing that there's a bit of confusion as to why she's confronting you about these things.
Yeah, because she's not the teacher in the room. If there is an issue, her boss would tell me. She's not my boss. So I guess that's why I get frustrated, because it's not just me who has this job, it's another coworker of mine, and it's a waste of 2 people, I feel, especially because well, it's not a waste because this student is known to get in physical altercations, but it's just the way that it was presented to us, and we're basically just trying to make sure she doesn't get in any arguments or fights. It was never told to us that we had to plan out her morning, make sure she went to the bathroom, all this stuff.
So you feel like you're doing what you're being told to do by who you're supposed to be being told to do so.
Yeah. No, it does. I'm doing what my boss told me to do.
Right, and she's kind of nitpicking. How often do you have to interact with this person?
At least for an hour a day.
Okay. So I know you said she's your equal. What is the dynamic? What is the relationship in the school?
We're both paraprofessionals. She's in the special educate. We're both in special ed rooms, but I'm in autistic support, which is a little more demanding than the learning support classroom that she's in. Like I said, I'm just doing their room a favor because they only have her in the room, but she, like I said, she doesn't do anything in the morning. But like it does interfere with like my interactions with her because I just shut down. Like I'm just like, okay, you're not my boss. I'm not gonna talk to you. Like, and I shouldn't be that way. But like, it doesn't affect my work day, and it really doesn't affect her work day.
So you said you kind of shut down. So does that mean that you, when she kind of has this condescending tone and tells you, well, you need to do this, or what have you, how do you react to her? What?
Well.